Hello, welcome to my next talk that I'm doing regarding Yule. I've already done one on Odin and the connection between him and Father Christmas, Santa Claus. This time of year, we are looking forward to Yuletide, to Yule coming, which lasts over 12 days. The majority of our wheel of the year is making a connection with our Celtic ancestry. However, when we get to Yule, we have this shift and we look more at the Norse. And I've been discussing this in the witchy classes for the last couple of months. So today I want to look at the 3 runes which I use at Yule time. Now, lots of people feel that runes are divination. Yes, they are, but it's really only half of their story. Runes are not tarot cards, okay? You don't have a rune spread. You have a rune casting. It's that sort of thing. Runes become sigils. Sigils are symbols that you then consecrate with your personal energy, and you call in the energy of the divine, however you see that, and with Gaia energy. So that's why a little bit different. So let's look at these today. Now, the first one, I'm going to flip the camera over, so be prepared. The first one we are looking here. There goes the flip. First one we are looking at, and if you have a look here, I've got a Christmas card. I've got several Christmas cards. I've got a beautiful one there with a reindeer on, and I've got one here showing our Holly King. Why have I got Christmas cards? Because the first rune that I want us to talk about, which I want to introduce you to if you're not already accustomed with it, is this one. Now, I hope you can see that steadily. That's Gibo. Now, Gibo is the 7th rune of the first Ayet. Basically, the runes are divided into three groups, and this is the 7th one of the first group. Now, this rune belongs to the beautiful goddess Gefjun. Now, Gefjun is actually translated to bountiful giver. Literally, she's the goddess of abundance who gives. So first of all, let's look at this X. Why have I got it by a Christmas card? Well, by your card? The reason is that you think when you sign a card, how often do you put an X as a kiss, as an expression of a gift of love that you are giving? Very interesting that in Norse mythology, when virgins died, they went to Gefnu and they became her maidens. I just thought I'd pop that in there. So therefore, let's really look at the symbol. We've got 2 lines going diagonally. One line represents us humans, and the other line represents the gods of the Azir, such as Thor and Odin, and particularly Gefinu that we are talking about. It represents giving gifts, and which is a contract, giving and then you receiving. So if you get this in a casting when it has literally been thrown out, it indicates that gifts are coming your way. But more importantly, it's saying to you, what are your gifts? What are your talents? Are you using them? So why have I chosen this for your time? Well, the reason why I've chosen it is, one, this is the time where we give gifts, especially gifts that you are giving not because you expect to be given a gift in return, but you are giving because it's coming from that place of love inside of you. How can you use it? Well, this is how you can use it. First of all, when you write that X at the bottom of a card, pause a second, think of your intention, actually feel your love going through the X as you write it. You can also draw it inside wrapping paper. I'm just going to put that down a second so that we can look at it there. If you are having trouble maybe thinking of a gift for someone, look at the rune now and imagine that person standing on top of the rune, okay? And then look at that person. This is really a form of what I would call open meditation. Look at that person. Look at them from the top all the way down to their toes, and then think of all of the things surrounding and connected with them. And Gibo, the energy of Gibo, should help you to gain insight into what the gift would be that they would like. Now, obviously, unlike things like tarot, if you are using rune stones, they will be the most effective if you have spent time truly understanding the correlation between the god and goddess, the energy, and you've consecrated and you have blessed them. And now I want to move you to my next rune. And the next rune we are going to look at belongs to the All-Father himself, Odin. And here we have it. So this rune is Onzus. Okay, so Onzus. Onzus is the fourth rune of the first Eid. Odin is our All-Father. That's what we call him. We call him the All-Father. He was the king god of the Azirs, if you want to say it like that. Basically, he encapsulates what the element of air is all about. How does he do this? Because the element of air, it's knowledge, it's wisdom, and it's communication. It was through Odin that we actually learned what the runes meant. So therefore, when we look at this rune, we're looking at getting insights, getting clarity to our thoughts, to our difficulties. If we need to be able to speak our truth, in other words, maybe standing up for ourselves, this is the rune that we call on. So it really is bringing clarity, giving you confidence in all things regarding communication. Now, Odin himself, he hung himself upside down, he sacrificed an eye, also that he could learn and discover the meaning of the runes. So why have I chosen this rune at Yuletide? Well, this is why. Yes, the deep correlation to Odin, but secondly, because at this time of year, especially when we have either family round, or now, obviously, because of the different bubbles, it could be you can't see all of your family members, so you're having to contact them online. Communication becomes vitally important. And having clear communication, having positive communication. So therefore, if you are communicating with people like we are now, have Onzus on by the monitor, by your screen. So it's promoting that clear clarity. There aren't any misunderstandings. It's positive. It's informed. Secondly, if you have people round during Yule, or if you can't be completely out of the closet and they also represent Christmas, draw it on the bottom of a table where people are going to eat. Draw it on plates. Now, you don't necessarily need to get a marker pen and do it. You could just trace it with your finger. You can make the sigil in food that's about to be shared as you dish it up. In drinks, you can make the sigil to promote that positive, loving communication. And again, I need to stress, unless you have spent time having a true, deep understanding of the rune and what it means, you could draw any symbol and it would just be a symbol. What brings it up a level, making it into a sigil, is you spending time investing your energy and your intention and pouring that energy out into the sigil. So that's Onzus, which is my second rune. My third and last rune for this festive season belongs to this beautiful goddess here. And this is our goddess Solow. This is the goddess Suna, and her rune is Solow. So in Norse mythology, Suna was the goddess of the sun, and she drove the sun across her chariot, pulled by her two horses. One was called Ulvin, which meant fast, and Arvak, which means rising. And they would pull the sun and it would gain in strength. And she is a really beautiful goddess energy to work with. So let's look now at the rune Solow. It looks, I must admit, the first time, I don't know how clearly you can see that. The first time I saw that, I thought to myself, oh, it looks like a lightning bolt. It isn't. Instead, think of it as being a sun ray coming down. Now, why have I chosen it? The sun. Yule is all about the sun god coming back again. That is the energy. It's our festival of lights, isn't it? So I'll just put that down so you can see it a little clearer. So therefore, think of the sun, the energy. The sun is creativity, it's passion, it's warmth. So if you were to get this in a casting, it would mean it would be highlighting your creativity, the potential for the projects that you're doing. also remember your thoughts and ideas. And the sun is very much about healing energy as well. So if we think about it now, why have I chosen this apart from the connection with the sun? How can we use it practically? Because I'm all about practical magic. How can we use it practically at this time of year? Well, to start with, it gives us a boost of energy. And I think a lot of us at the moment are feeling that our energy is draining from us. And during the festive season, whether we have people round, whether we are able to because of your bubbles, or whether you are catching up with people online, it is busy. It's draining of our emotions, our mental thought processes, and our physical energy. So it's draining all of those. So therefore, working with Solow, having this rune, looking at it, looking at the sigil, feeling ourselves relaxed, what I would do is I would have a candle like this lit, and if you've got the rune, great. If you haven't, just draw the rune, and it's like that lightning bolt. I'm holding it there so that you can see it clearly. Draw it. Feel the warmth of the candle. Feel that warmth coming into you, that healing light of the rune, to give you that burst of energy when you really need it. Especially if you're feeling particularly low, because that will really, really infuse you with a wonderful energy. Now I'm going to flip you back to me. Prepared? Yes, and we're back again. So those are my 3 runes: Onzuz, Gibo, and Solow. I really hope that's helped you to make a connection with them. If you want to know about my rune and magic workshops that's starting next month, please message me. And of course, my rune online course is also still available. It's still going now strong. So blessings for you.